Hey guys, welcome back to Channel Football Analytics. We're gonna dive into the Champions League quarterfinals right now to see if there's any valuable odds to take early on in the games. We're also gonna check out the Opta stats and their percentages, probabilities of who's going to qualify, and we got some surprises as you can see here early on. Like Arsenal is the favorite over Real Madrid, but the bookies obviously don't think so. So the bookies are telling us to qualify. Real Madrid is the favorite at 160 and Arsenal's at 220. And Opta is telling us Arsenal's at 52%, almost 53 to 47 of Real Madrid. Interesting. So yesterday we didn't really have any sensations. This was the game that Real Madrid could have lost, but no. Real Madrid is Real Madrid at the end of the day, and obviously there was controversy around the Julian Alvarez penalty. He scored the goal, and apparently he made double contact with the ball, and they canceled the penalty. VAR told that it happened, so I guess it did. A lot of videos are trending on Twitter. Everybody's showing different angles, saying no, he didn't. But at the end of the day, Real Madrid is in the quarterfinals, and what can we do? And now that's 6 out of 6 that they clutched up against Atletico. I feel bad, really bad for Atletico fans, guys. Like, honestly, even if you're an Arsenal fan, you don't win any trophies. Like, imagine losing to Real Madrid 6 out of 6 in the European Cups. That's really a tough one. But anyway, I feel like now, if I have to call a favorite in this game, Real Madrid, I see them as the clear favorite because it feels like they already went through the trouble against Atletico. I feel like the path to the final is going to get easier and easier. Of course, Arsenal is no joke this year, but depends if they'll have their players coming back. When are the first games? It's in April, right? Early April. Will Saka be back? Will Martinelli? Well, Martinelli is obviously already back, right? Havertz is done for the year. So, like, my early call here, I don't agree here. I feel like Real Madrid should be favored by, it should be 65 to 35 or 60 to 40 between those two teams. So my early favorite, if I had to bet straight up, that would be to Real Madrid to qualify. But you know, I don't take those shitty odds. It has to be over 2. So obviously we're going to be looking at the goal market later on. Real Madrid is the third favorite to win the trophy. Barcelona is first because they have an easier path. They're playing against Lille, the weakest opponent left. Dortmund. My bad, Dortmund. Are they the weakest opponent left? Man, yeah, it's between them and Aston Villa. But everything else, we got some good matchups. Anyway, so first call is Real Madrid over Arsenal. What do you guys think? Are you taking Arsenal or Real Madrid? Let me know every single game that you're taking because I'm going to give my picks right now. So Opta says Arsenal. I say Real Madrid. The bookies say Real Madrid. Then, next game, what do we have? Let's go game by game. Bayern against Inter. I'm an Inter fan for the newcomers. And I don't agree again with Opta. In no way Inter should be a 57 to 43% favorite against Bayern. I mean, Inter is not showing up the last month. We're barely winning games. Let's take a look. I'll show you what Inter's been cooking up. Against Feyenoord, we had it pretty easy, but we did have a scare in the first 30 minutes of the first game against Feyenoord. It could have went a different way. Look, don't let this streak lie to you when you see the dubs. Every single game Inter won's been really, really tough. Even against Monza, we were down 2-0. We could have easily not won that game. So we've been really shaky. We are having a bit of injuries in defense on the wing. And why I'm saying Bayern is the favorite here, guys, they're showing up at the right time. It feels like they're past their crisis mode. Their last game that they were really shaky was against Celtic and against Leverkusen when they both got dominated. And they almost went to extra time against Celtic. They scored on the last minute. But since then, they basically destroyed Frankfurt, Stuttgart, Leverkusen. I'm not counting this game against Bochum because this was a fluke. The Bundesliga week, it was just a fluke. All the top teams lost because it was midweek games, and that shit happens, guys. So yeah, again, they beat Leverkusen. That was a shame that Leverkusen didn't even score. Anyway, so I see Bayern as the favorite. In fact, I would flip the percentage. I would give Bayern 57% and Inter 43%. What are the bookies saying? Now, the bookies are giving us Bayern as the 4th favorite and in the game to qualify against Inter, the bookies are giving us 150 to 250 Inter, guys. What do you think about this? I think the odds dropped down because I was just talking to my brother earlier on. The bookies were giving us 160. Maybe that was on a different betting website, but on Bet365 they're giving us 150 for Bayern to qualify. Yeah, and I agree with that. Bayern is the favorite in this game, so I would have at first Real Madrid to qualify and then Bayern. So let's go to the next matchup, and that's going to be Barcelona against Dortmund. Could we have a sensation here? I don't think so. Barca's been balling out. They are first by odds to win it all, and also Opta is giving them the slight favorite to win it all this year. Yeah, Barca should be with the way. No, Real Madrid should always be the favorite until they lose, obviously. And then Barca comes out. And a lot of people are saying, yo, we might actually get an El Clasico final. That would be insane. Okay, so Barca against Dortmund. So early on, the odds are 122 for Barcelona to qualify and 4 to Dortmund. That's about right. We don't really know which Dortmund we're going to get. Dortmund's been pretty shit. Also against Lille, at one point I thought Lille was gonna pass, but Dortmund, props to them. They showed up in the second half. They also missed a lot of chances in the first. So deservedly they passed. And could this be a tricky game? Like, you never know. Like, Barcelona-Dortmund could be a high-scoring game. And if Dortmund wins, where is the first game? Okay, it's in Barcelona. So Barcelona has to close it out at home. They have to get a 2-goal advantage. So in Dortmund, it will be closed out. So yeah, guys, again, I'm not taking the underdog. I see Barcelona qualifying here. So the bookies are pretty right about this. And Opta is giving us 80% chance. That's where the bookies and Opta agree finally. Now, the last game is PSG against Aston Villa. We wish it was PSG against... we wish it was Liverpool against Aston Villa. That would have been more fun. But it is PSG, and at the end of the day, I guess you can say they did deserve to beat Liverpool. But they've been talking their shit that they're going to pass in Anfield, and they did that. So let's see. Could this be a tricky game for them? Like, they beat Liverpool, the best team in form this year, and then they choke against Aston Villa. Because remember, PSG does tend to choke in really important games once they get to the quarterfinals of Champions League. That's why they never won. And Emery, their former coach, is now the coach of Aston Villa, and Aston Villa are playing really solid at home. And actually, the first game is in PSG. So, what are the bookies giving us for this game? Actually, by the way, guys, 150 is pretty solid. If PSG been playing like they did against Liverpool, those are really solid odds for PSG to win against Aston Villa the first game. Now, to qualify, 128. I guess, yeah, should be even lower. It should be like Barca. It should be around 120. But it's closer to 130. Yeah, look, if I had to pick an underdog to win, that would be Aston Villa out of all the games. But nah, the way PSG, I've been a bit wrong about them. Like, since Mbappé left, they've been playing much better. Props to Luis Enrique. So I'm not going to pick the underdog here. So the semifinals for me would be basically Real Madrid, PSG. That's an insane semifinal. And Barcelona against Bayern. Those are really solid semifinals. Even though I hope the semifinals are Inter-Dortmund. So Inter goes to the final. And Aston Villa Arsenal, that would be pretty dope too. Guys, let me know, what do you think? What do you think? Do you agree more with Opta, or do you agree more with the bookies? Give out your own predictions. Just give me the semifinalists, the 4 teams that are going to be standing there before the final. So my predictions, as I said, Real Madrid, Bayern, Barcelona, and PSG. Wow, nothing too genius. I didn't even go for the underdog. But if I had to pick an underdog, guys, that would be Aston Villa, because I do believe Emery maybe has something up his sleeve. And Asensio, a former player of PSG. Wait, that is interesting. Can he play? I think he can play, right? I'm not sure what the registration process is in the Champions League. Did he play for PSG already this year? But I think he should be able to play. Yeah. Okay, guys, so that will be it for my early favorites. Let me know what you guys think. And I already put up a video for the Conference League, sorry, the Europa League and the Conference League, if you want to check that out. So, and I'll be making videos tomorrow for the weekend before we go on to the international break. And that's the time not to bet. Okay, guys, thanks for joining in. Hit the thumbs up on this video. Really appreciate it from you guys. So I'll see you later on. Adios.